he explained to me that, remember, that this is John Belushi.
Right.
So.
You do know that this Slimer, that was John Belushi in honor of him.
Yeah.
In memory of him.
So I went, oh, then we have to have an eating scene.
And he was in character to John Belushi.
So part of that hallway with Dan, he's got a cigarette hanging out of his, oh, remember the era, cigarette hanging out of his mouth. In the hallway was this creature eating. And we had to theorize, amongst us, we would theorize in the design of these creatures, why they're ghosts. If they're ghosts, they lived on this planet and they follow the rules of this planet, the physics of the planet, and I guess the reason this creature is a ghost because it had no stomach. So he's eating, and when you look at this, he's drinking. It's just pouring. It's just falling right through.
Pouring straight through.
And then there was the terror dog. Terror dogs were supposed to be scary, so there was no comedy approach to that at all. And we had Randy Cook sculpted those, and but everybody, Mark and everyone wore those things, right?
Yeah. And then Steve Johnson was running the.
And Steve Johnson was running the shop. And that was also a big puppet, and that it was full size. And we had to cut holes in the floor. We had to design sets so these things could be operated from underneath. And then what else? There was the cab driver that designed the.
Oh yeah.
That was the idea of like, look, here's a human skeleton. It's a ghost. It's this planet. And then one of the creatures,
that was a full-size character.
Yeah, puppet. The library ghost.
Right.
I found my the rough storyboards, and one of the things I did was, since it's a library ghost, it should, look at them when they're talking and just go, shh.
Right.
But we shot that in reverse because we had done Poltergeist, and what we learned on Poltergeist is you act out everything in reverse. We storyboard it forward, flip the storyboards around, and act it out in reverse, and then print it forward. So if you watch the ghost in the library, when she's turning pages it's the reverse. She's turning pages this way, and the pages are following her hand. Yeah. What else ghosts? What other ghosts do we have? Creatures.
Well, we had the one subway ghost, and then also Randy had to do. Randy
stop
Cook
motion.
had to do stop motion because we have him running across Central Park West and into the park, and then we have all these erudite New Yorkers sitting in Tavern on the Green having a nice Chateaubriand.
Which was, by the way, Tavern on the Green, the
Yeah.
very first day of shooting.
Yeah.
Very first shot with nothing in it.
Right.
And that's the first, we shot against blue screen.
And
Terror
then
Dog rising up and
we
pumped
had-
it in later.
And we had, God bless Rick Moranis, such an incredibly smart and comedic guy. I mean, who does your taxes?
Yeah.
Remember that line? It was like he caps the whole scene with that,
Speaking of